This is Mrs. Bunch here. I'm making a video to share with you to walk you through the second grade weekly work plan, as well as step-by-step instructions on how to log into your Clever account, how to access all of the different apps within Clever, and how to work through that weekly work plan so that you are able to access everything you need to be successful with that. The first thing you are going to want to do is to log into your Clever account. You can do that by going to the web address www.clever.com/in/Spreckels. From there, you should see a screen that looks like this. You will know that it is for our district because it will say Spreckels Union School District. From here, you're going to click Log In with Google. And you should see your Clever portal. Now there's something important to point out here. There are two ways to access apps within the Clever portal. One on this home screen, this is the district page. So you will see apps, and from here you will see Renaissance Place, which is where you can take an AR quiz. You will see Super Kids Online Fun. You will also see Zearn and Studies Weekly. If you are looking to use one of those apps, you can go ahead and click on the one you need and it will take you directly to that website. If you're looking for something and you don't see it here, back at the top you will see your teacher's page. Mine says K Bunch's page. It's a purple owl. Go ahead and click that and you will be directed to more applications. From here you will be able to access the additional things you might need. So what I would like to do now is to work through that weekly work plan that we have set up for all of second grade. Right now, we're going to move through each of the different subject areas and I will show you how to access each of the apps that you will need through Clever to be successful with meeting these requirements. Starting with math, we are asking that you work on Zearn for 20 minutes. Back on the Clever portal under the district page, you will see the yellow icon with the blue and white Z for Zearn. If you click onto that, it will already be linked to your Zearn account. You will know it's yours because it will say, hey, and then have your name. You can go ahead and click Start, and you can move through that day's lesson at your own pace. The second thing for math that we are asking you to do is to access the different lesson for each day of Module 6. The first thing you're going to want to do is watch the video of the lesson through Embark. So back on the Clever portal, if you click on the teacher page, you will see two different icons for Embark. The first one is Embark-Module 6. This is where you will be able to find the videos that go along with the day's lesson. If you click on that, it will take you to the Embark website. We know we're already on grade 2, Module 6. You will scroll down to the lesson you're on that day. This would be lesson 1, and you'll click video. It will give you access to watch the video of the lesson that we are on. After you have watched the video, you are going to be asked to complete 2 pages of the problem set that go with that lesson. Back at the Clever portal, under your teacher page, you are going to go to the second math icon, Module 6 problem sets. From here, it will prompt you to the student workbook. You will scroll down to the page that we are assigning for that day. And then you have a choice. If you have printer capabilities, you can print it out and complete it pencil to paper. Otherwise, you can go ahead and work through the questions on your own in your work journal and keep track of how you're answering those questions. So for math, we have Zearn and we have Embark Online, and I just showed you how to access both of those resources. Moving on to language arts, we are asking that students log on to Super Kids Online and that they are able to find the Super Kids reader that we have been working on. So back in the Clever portal on the district page, you will see Super Kids Online Fun. That will take you to their website. Now, just a note, this website moves very slowly. If it's taking a long time to load, that's normal. You can go ahead and X out and try again if you think it's taking too long, but be prepared to have some patience with the Super Kids website. Once it's up, you will click to play, and it will take a couple of seconds to prepare. Next, it's going to prompt us for a student PIN number.
Super Kids Online Fun. Type your PIN to log in.
And the PIN is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Pick your class.
You will find your teacher's class.
Pick your name.
And you will find your name.
Pick your password.
From here, you will be prompted to pick your picture password. And then the rest of the applications will load.
Hi.
So on Super Kids Online Fun, we have access to playing different games, reading the readers in the magazines, as well as watching some videos. Today we're going to click Read. And we're going to click the Super Kids Take Off Reader. Once this has loaded, you're going to want to use the right arrow to click through until you can access the table of contents. You're going to be able to find the chapter that we're on, and for this week, we're working on chapter 24. Once you have found chapter 24, you can locate the story that we've assigned for that day. So for Monday, we'll be reading Mr. Kumasi. By clicking on that, it will take you directly to that story. From here, students have some options. They can read the story independently. They can click the green play button and listen to the story. They can do a mixture of both. The stories are very short. They can click the right arrow and progress through that chapter, but we've assigned a different story for each day. After students have read the story, back on the second grade weekly work plan, they will see the reader's response question that we are asking them to respond to. This can be done in their student work journal. If they need to go back and access the story to answer that question and find some evidence, please do that. That's a great skill. Another component of our language arts plan is spelling practice. So back on the Clever portal, under the teacher page, you will see Spelling City. By clicking on Spelling City, students will have access to their teacher's page. I have all of the spelling lists that we've worked on for the entire year. The one at the top is the most recent and the one that we are working on this week. So we are on Unit 12, Week 2. To the right, you will see Games. And if you click on that, a variety of games will come up for the students to practice this week's words by playing. Make sure you are on free. If you click all, a variety of games are going to come up and they are not going to be able to access all of those games. So by clicking free, these are the games that students are able to access and play to practice their spelling words. We're recommending about 10 minutes on Spelling City just to practice those spelling patterns and get familiar with those words. Back to the weekly work plan. The last part of language arts is silent reading for 30 minutes. This can be done with a book that you have at home. It can be a book that you want to access through Raz Kids or using the Super Kids reader on Super Kids Online Fun. We know that not everybody is going to be able to take an AR quiz every day, especially if you're reading a longer chapter book and you haven't finished it. We do want to make sure that you're interacting with AR and taking quizzes as often as you can. If you find that on that day you finish a book and you're able to take an AR quiz, you can do that by going back to the district page on Clever, clicking Renaissance Place, clicking I'm a Student, and your student should know their username and their password. If they don't, please reach out to your student's teacher. They'd be happy to share that information with you. On some days of the weekly work plan for language arts, there's a grammar component. The grammar component will include a YouTube video link to watch a video. That video will only become live on YouTube on the day it's assigned. So if you click on that link early, it's going to tell you that the video is still being processed. The video will teach the grammar concept for that day, as well as have an interactive grammar activity for students to work along with in their work journal. Moving down to writing, you will have a daily writing prompt. This can be completed in your work journal. It will either be an opinion or personal narrative writing piece. We also have some things to include in your writing that we've been working on all year. So you can read the writing prompt, write to it, and answer it using all the things you know a good writer should do. For the next day, you'll have a new prompt, but you're also welcome to revisit an old prompt and make changes if you're interested in extending that one and making it longer. If you're ready to move on, you have a new prompt to write to. Lastly, for this week, we have social studies. Social studies can be accessed on the district page of Clever. It's a red icon that says Studies Weekly. By clicking that, you will have access to California's Studies Weekly, which is our curriculum. By clicking on the newspaper, it will take you to the different weeks that we have assigned. We're starting on week 15. Now, it has this cool gray ring that right now is indicating 0%. And it will move and show progress as you're working through that day's assignments. If you click Continue Reading, it will take you to the Studies Weekly page and the articles for that day. So you can read the article independently, you can click the triangle play button and listen to it. Once you've read that article, don't forget to drop below and answer some of the questions. You can earn coins for answering those questions correctly. And then by clicking Next, you can pace yourself through the different articles. As you're clicking Next and moving through, the green bar on the left will move towards the bottom. When you have finished the last article, you can click the blue Take Test button, and you will be able to take the test for that week, or in this case, that day's social studies assignment. That is all with moving through the weekly work plan. Down below on the second page, you will see step-by-step instructions for everything that I just explained. The Embark videos do have a link as well as the problem set. So if it's easier for you to access those materials through the work plan instead of Clever, go ahead and do that. This is also a great resource if you're looking to refresh your memory of how to access things. We know it's a lot of information coming all at once, so we were hoping that this would be a good resource to direct you to if you're having trouble navigating the different components of the work plan. The last thing I wanted to point out is with the spelling practice, you will find the weekly spelling words just underneath the math tab to the left of language arts. We will work on the same 12 words Monday through Friday. Those will not change. And every week when you receive your new work plan on Sunday, you will see the updated spelling words for the next week. Before I hop off, I wanted to share with you some other apps on the Clever portal that might be fun for your student to practice. One of the things we have is Kids A to Z, or Raz Kids. Raz Kids has a variety of leveled readers for kids to access. If they click that Kids A to Z icon, it will prompt them for their teacher's username. If your student is not familiar with your teacher's username, go ahead and reach out to your teacher. They'd be happy to share that with you. Students will have a lot of different reading options on here. If you need more variety of the things you have at home, they can read, they can listen to audio of books, they can answer questions and get some comprehension practice in. Another resource on Clever is Kiddle. Kiddle is a great kid-friendly search engine, much like Google. If kids are interested in something, they can type in what they're interested on, they can do some reading, they can do some research, and this is a great way to make sure that it's a safe location for kids to be getting information from. We also have Typing Club, which is a favorite for second graders. Typing Club allows them to practice typing. If they click on Typing Club, it will bring up their lesson plan from wherever they've left off. They can click Start, and they can keep moving through those typing lessons. I hope you found this helpful with navigating both the Clever portal and the second grade weekly work plan. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to your child's teacher via email or Class Dojo. We know this is a lot of information all at once, but please use this video to help you navigate through the different applications on Clever and to make that second grade weekly work plan as successful as